was memory lane right there. I'm not sure I recognize that guy. But thank you, Emily, for the introduction. My pleasure to be here with you guys and with the other award winners. Marcy and Steve, look forward to hearing from them as well. So, just want to share a few thoughts with you guys. The first thought that comes to mind is a real treat to be on this side of the microphone at a St. Andrew's function in this building for a change. I've been in those seats countless times now for various events, so this is a treat. And to have my kids here in the audience, Isabel and Warren, as well as all of your peers. As a captive audience, this is kind of the opportunity. So I'll forewarn you, you might have to cut me off. This captive audience thing is kind of nice. The ultimate satisfaction in life, I think, comes from giving back. And in my case, it's been particularly gratifying to give back to a place that's given me so much. What has St. Andrews given me? And what is St. Andrews giving you? If you will indulge me as I try to explain. St. Andrews has given and is giving us the tools to succeed. Not only does the school impart knowledge and critical thinking skills, how to think, not what to think, but it also nurtures certain essential character traits. And character can be divided into two types: moral character and performance character. Moral character embodies ethical values like fairness, generosity, integrity. In that St. Andrews is a church-affiliated Christian school which is accepting of all faiths. The experience here is infused with moral character, whether it's via the honor code, students willing to help their classmates succeed, or the sense of fair play on the playing field. St. Andrews also helps build performance character. Performance character includes values like effort, diligence, and perseverance. This is the type of character I want to focus on for just a bit. And in doing this, I'm drawing from a 2011 New York Times article on education, which I found rather fascinating and which was circulated in the St. Andrews community. I know certain head of school I see over there, and I exchanged thoughts on this article at the time. The article tells of two college psychology professors, Martin Seligman from the University of Pennsylvania and Christopher Peterson from the University of Michigan, who around 2005 wrote an 800-page, 3.5-pound book entitled Character, Strengths, and Virtues, a handbook in classification. It was intended to inaugurate what they described as a science of good character. Seligman and Peterson consulted works from Aristotle to Confucius, from the Upanishads to the Torah, from the Boy Scout Handbook to profiles of Pokemon characters, believe it or not, and they settled on 24 character strengths common to all cultures and eras. Okay? The list included a wide range of traits. Everything from bravery, citizenship, integrity, to humor, kindness, and gratitude. In most societies, these strengths overlap with religious laws and strictures, thus constituting the behavioral norms of the day. But they also had a practical benefit. Cultivating these strengths, according to the research, represented a reliable path to the good life. A life that was not just happy, but also meaningful and fulfilling. The initial list of 24 was a bit unwieldy, so the authors narrowed down the list to a more manageable handful. They identified a set of strengths that were, again, according to the research, especially likely to predict life satisfaction and high achievement, which is just the holy grail, right? That's what we're all looking for. So the final list included the following 7 character traits, and my kids are nodding and resigned all hearing this again because they've heard it a few times. Right. But so these 7 character traits were, all right, zest, grit, self-control, social intelligence, gratitude, optimism, and curiosity. And these are not just inherent traits that you either have or you don't have. They can be cultivated. And St. Andrews nurtures and encourages all these traits. Okay, so you guys and us, we're the beneficiaries of this environment. Just to touch on each one, there's a zest or enthusiasm for learning here. Starts with the faculty and staff, and it's contagious. It's evident as you walk around campus. I just had a tour with my daughter, which was one of them. Everybody said, well, you don't need a tour. Well, I do. I don't get to go in the classroom while class is going on. That's what we did. So it was obvious that everything is, the environment is still one of a lot of curiosity and soaking up knowledge. And as I observed the homework hours that are put in, it becomes obvious as well. Usually without complaint, but not always. But this enthusiasm that St. Andrews helped engender in me, carried me to Washington and Lee University, and rewarding college experience there, and then later on grad school. Grit is a key trait, and we can learn things about that here at school. Just a quick anecdote. My senior year in basketball, we didn't have a very good team. In large part due to the fact that we were young. I was the senior, and I started with 4 freshmen. As you can imagine, that season was rather trying. But we persevered, we hung in there, we ultimately got a couple of breakthrough wins that made the whole experience worthwhile. And those wins were made all the sweeter by the fact that we had to endure the tough times in order to get there. We were a gritty bunch, and that served us well and continues to serve us well. With regard to self-control, I was probably in the 1st or 2nd grade when I first met Miss Chadwick's steely gaze. I'm pretty sure I was not exercising self-control at the time. But after that encounter, which I really didn't want to repeat, self-control got to be a whole lot easier. I'm sure somebody, the knowing laughs, so you guys know what I'm talking about there. Social intelligence, which is defined as the ability to recognize interpersonal dynamics and adapt quickly to different social situations, is something I see in you guys on a regular basis. Rarely, if ever, have I met a St. Andrews student where I said, man, I hope that kid didn't come over to the house or whatever tonight, because he or she is just socially inappropriate. Just doesn't happen. And that's a real testament to the environment here. Gratitude. I know I was grateful that St. Andrews prepared me so well for college. This preparation became very evident once I got there. After the first semester, I did pretty well. And I said, wow, this isn't so darn tough. Well, I looked around, and a lot of other folks didn't feel that way. They said, this is tough. But I thought St. Andrews was prepared extremely well. And you seniors will see this soon enough. With regard to optimism, look no further than the school's motto. Here we go. In waning almus, we out baciamus. We will find, that's butchered, I'm sure. We will find a way, or we will make one. That kind of spirit will carry you a long way. Give me an optimist from St. Andrews over a pessimist any day. They can absolutely make stuff happen. So I think you really need to take those words to heart. Curiosity, something that's not in short supply at St. Andrews. We're encouraged to ask why, and we're encouraged to read. Hopefully reading is something that becomes a lifelong passion for all of you. Intellectual curiosity will ensure your continued growth throughout your life. All of these traits contribute to life satisfaction and high achievement. Okay? But grit bears some special merit and some special mention. The presence of grit implies that something must be endured or overcome, or something has been overcome or endured. That's a good thing. The main point of this article I'm referencing, in addition to explaining the importance of performance character, is that the secret to success just might be failure. Learning occurs when you have to face a little adversity. And with the rigor at St. Andrews, you'll hopefully all have a chance to face a little adversity. When you overcome a challenge or a setback, whether it's academic, athletic, social, or personal in nature, you prove to yourself that you can do it. You develop grit. Now, you're in a great position to succeed. As I tell my kids, go forth and fail at something. And if you're not failing at anything, keep trying. You'll get there, ultimately. And yes, they think I'm crazy, but I truly believe that. And I hope by the time you graduate from St. Andrews, you can count on a little adversity along the way. It doesn't have to be huge, nothing too traumatic to take the train off the tracks, but you need to do that. So St. Andrews has given us a lot, and I am grateful and continue to be grateful for what I see it's happening with my children and you guys, their friends and peers, and I'm honored to be included in the Alumni Awards Day today, and it's been my pleasure to give back to the school, and I hope all of you will have that opportunity as you grow up and continue into adulthood. So, thank you very much.